Good morning. I hope you're well. I'm up bright and early. Well, it's early, but it's not so bright. It looks like it's going to be a wet day today. This morning, I want to spend a little bit of time talking to you about courage. And in particular, a passage from the Gospels. I'm gonna read it from Mark in chapter 12 and just read verses 41 to 44. It says, Jesus sat down opposite the place where the offerings were put and watched the crowd put their money into the temple treasury. Many rich people threw in large amounts, but a poor widow came and put in 2 very small copper coins, worth only a few cents. Calling his disciples to him, Jesus said, "Truly, I tell you, this poor widow has put more into the treasury than all the others. They all gave out of their wealth, but she, out of her poverty, put in everything, all she had to live on." And in Mark and in Luke as well, Jesus and the disciples are sitting in front of the temple, the place where people came to put in their offerings. And some were putting in large, extravagant gifts. Really, they were obviously for a particular reason, and that reason was just to be showy. And then a widow comes up and she puts in a small, really tiny gift, and Jesus points to her and he says she gave differently. She gave everything that she had to live on. And that verse it's always stunned me. It's always made me ask, what does courage look like? Well, I always think of that widow, and as I read the passage, I often think of times on missionary trips, and one in particular in Paraguay. I've got a vivid memory of an elderly lady in one of the shanty towns that we were visiting, and I remember her walking to the front of the church service to give her offering, and it was just a little cup, I think, at the front of the church building. I don't know how much it was in the local currency. I don't know what it was relative to her income, but I remember at the time I just knew that it was a sacrifice for whatever it was that she gave, and it was one that she made joyfully, and it's always challenged me. We at the time were there with our wealth, our relative wealth, and compared to those in South America, a huge amount of wealth. But she put everything in, and to me that was the face of courage, putting everything on the line, putting it all in, and courage isn't always a Mel Gibson Braveheart moment of somebody charging into battle. Courage can be many different things. A single mum fighting for her children with barely any income. The child who's bullied at school but still gets up every day and makes that walk into school. The healthcare workers fighting the pandemic. Anyone who's prepared to be honest and turn to a brother or sister and say, I'm not okay. I need some help. And I wonder what courage looks like for you. And this morning, today, I would encourage you to put yourselves in the shoes of the woman in Mark 12 and ask God to make you courageous today. Whatever it is, that you would put everything on the line for Jesus, that you would be prepared to give it all up. God bless you. Have a great day.